Okay, hey, 7th and 8th graders. If you saw the assignment last week, you saw that we were going to prepare to do testing. So I know that seems kind of weird to do that remotely without being in class, but I kind of thought about it and thought it would be a good idea to kind of keep that going this year. Also hoping that you might be curious on where you're at with your fitness testing, how you've been keeping up with cardio and muscle strength as we're going along this year. So here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to try to do. Okay, so for the mile test, if you can, and it's okay if you can't get access to a place to run the mile. If you can't, when you get your assignment for this week, you're going to have your fitness log, but then you're also going to have another form or another document where you're going to fill out your mile time, your push-ups, and your sit-ups. And if you weren't able to go to a place to run the mile, you need to make sure that under the mile test that you put was not able to run because couldn't get to a place to run, or whatever the case may be. You need to make sure you put that in there, because if you just leave it blank, then I'm not going to be able to give you credit for it. If you tell me your reason why you couldn't, then I can excuse you from it. Push-ups and sit-ups you should be able to do, but the mile test, I understand that if you can't get access to a place to run the mile, you just need to let me know that, and I can excuse you from that until hopefully we get back in person, hopefully soon. So as far as the mile test goes, some options. Obviously, if you can get to Edison School and do our track 4 times around, that's an option. Mount Vernon High School track is open. That's somewhere where I go every week to do a track workout. So that's open to the public. You could run 4 times around that. If you can map out or do a distance close to your house, and as long as you've measured it out basically to be a mile, that's fine too. I just want it to be consistent. So wherever you run this test in, I'm going to want you to do the same route or the same place for the next test, because we're going to try to do 3, and I'm hoping by spring we will be at school doing them. I'm really hoping. So that's for the mile, and I would like you to kind of tell me where you did the mile when you fill it out on the document. For the push-up test, as you know, we use those blocks that are about this high. It should be hitting your sternum right here as far as going down for a push-up. Remember that you don't want to be looking like a mountain with your butt up in the air like this. You also don't want to be sinking like a valley with your gut kind of down to the floor and touching your stomach instead of your sternum. And what I'd like you to use for that is just a parent or sibling or somebody to use a fist. I'm okay with you covering it if their fist is pretty small, but we'll just do this for our push-ups to make it a little bit easier. As you know, with push-ups, there's no time limit. So as long as you're showing good form, and if somebody can kind of watch you, make sure that your form is looking good, you keep going until you can't do anymore. Until your knees touch, you touch, or you're taking way too long to go down, or you're showing that, mountain or valley kind of too much. So that's for push-ups. For sit-ups, those are timed, so you're going to need somebody to time you for 1 minute. And then you're going to need somebody to hold your feet, and one person could do both, but holding your feet, you want your arms here, you want your hands up on your shoulder, coming all the way up and making sure that you're going all the way down, and you do that for 1 minute to see how many you can do. I don't know about next week, I'll see if I can put it on there, but I know you're probably curious on what the 4, 3, 2, or 1 is. You guys haven't seen your fitness goal sheets for a while to remember what the scores are, so I'll put those on there so that you have an idea. And so yeah, so I'm going to give you, because next week is Thanksgiving and then you're on a break, I'm actually going to give you this next week, Thanksgiving week, but then I'm going to give you the week after as well to get it done, because I realize that it's a short week next week with Thanksgiving. So so you'll have plenty of time to do it before your 4 weeks is up, and then as you know, the next class goes in. So this is kind of your last thing to do before you have your 4 weeks off from PE. This shouldn't be the only thing that you do this week, because you know, doing a push-up and sit test isn't too, I mean, it's strenuous at the moment, but it's not a very long workout. So make sure that you're doing some other things this week, and put it on your fitness goal sheet. And if you have any questions or are confused about anything, or just want to let me know kind of anything that's going on, just make sure to email me, let me know. Always let me know if you're having trouble getting into a document, or if you are injured and you can't do something, you need to communicate that with me so that I know to excuse you from that, or at least have had some kind of communication knowing what's going on. One last thing before I go, this Wednesday before Thanksgiving, some 9th grade teachers were doing a little Zoom call with breakouts, and I'm going to be a part of that. And for me, guys, it's just an opportunity to see you. So I know a lot of you don't put your cameras on, but I'm really hoping that you do. If you do a breakout room with me, I just want to see your face. Be able to say hi to you. And so if you come to my breakout room, it's just literally just to see how you're doing. Just want to talk to you guys a little bit. I miss seeing everybody. So hopefully I get to see your face on Wednesday, and just talk about how things are going and how PE is going in general. But I promise I won't make you do any kind of workout if you come to my breakout room. So anyway, if you have any questions about this, please email me and let me know. But like I said, we're going to start doing our testing. We're going to do our mile test, push-up test, sit-up test. And if for some reason you can't do the mile, you need to make sure that you let me know why you weren't able to do it. And otherwise, you're going to be putting your time, what you got for the mile, how many push-ups you did, how many sit-ups you did in 1 minute. Okay guys, have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving, but hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday, the day before, just to be able to see you and chat. Okay, see you guys.